Get through the morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodies and Hayesy on Nova.
Welcome to the podcast, guys, and I'm so glad you found this space because this is where we ask, would you let a tradie in your toilet?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
It is what it is. It certainly isn't what it isn't.
It definitely isn't what it's not. So, and as we know with tradies, I mean, these fellas can put away some tucker.
Yep.
And what happens when you put away a heap of tucker is that you do a big giant And would you let a tradie do that in your house, knowing full well that for the house to get back to its, original, beautiful smelling situation, it's probably going to take 2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah, because that is a lot of Farmers Union iced coffee.
Oh, yeah,
and that is a lot of donuts and a lot of pastries in the form of sausage rolls or pies.
Yep, and that's 2 bacon and egg rolls for breakfast as well.
Absolutely, and that's all sitting in the bowl of your toilet.
God bless tradies.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I'm really curious about how people feel about this next story on 0400 919 919 because a video has emerged on TikTok of a woman in the States categorically refusing a tradie the use of her toilet.
it's unbelievable.
So basically the tradie's gone around to do some work and he's like, hey, I just need to wee. Can I use your toilet? And this was her very Karen-like response.
Go to the bathroom at home.
You can't go to the bathroom here?
No, it's not a public bathroom, it's a house, and I don't want anybody going to the bathroom.
No deal.
My very goodness. She basically said, like, if you need to go at home or go down the back garden, whatever. Do your business there.
The thing about tradies is they're so very active. And what happens when you're so active all the time is that you need more calories. So the boys can eat, and therefore the boys know how to leave big deposits.
No,
That makes sense.
okay. Wow.
So I can understand where she's coming from because you might have to just let that sit for 2 or 3 hours afterwards.
Just flush it, mate. That's like...
Oh, I'm sure he's flushing it.
Okay. So as someone whose job takes them to all different parts of this beautiful state, I can tell you I have asked people to use their toilet in random homes, north, east, south and west.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're on a job and there's no, OTR close, you can't just, pop down to the local service station to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
You're in a position where you're like, I can't leave this scene and I have to go to the toilet. So I've been forced to ask people and I've never been refused. In fact, people are so very lovely in these situations. I was on a siege once where we were stuck there for 8 hours and you can't leave a siege because any moment the whole thing could literally blow up. And so I went to a local hairdresser's and that woman was so nice. She was literally, I thought she was going to ask if I wanted her to do my foils at any moment. She was so lovely. She was like, can I make you a cup of tea? Use my toilet, do whatever you want. I've never had this situation where people are like, nah, you're a random. You can't use my toilet.
What about that time that you used the display toilet at Bunnings? That was a little bit awkward.
Lucky I'm not a tradie. I have to tell you about one time I was out north and we were sort of hunting for CCTV and I said to a guy, he was pulling up the vision on his security cameras and I was like, I'm really sorry to ask this, but I have to go to the toilet. And he's like, yeah, it's just down there. And it was a nice house. It was well maintained, but they went next level with their toilet. I walked in and it was a bidet.
Oh, bidet.
You left a deposit in that one, didn't you?
And honestly, I looked at the remote control. I was like, this is so complex and confusing. And also, what an elite toilet in just a, pretty average house.
Yeah, I know. That's not what you expect to see.
No. Can I just give everyone a big tip, though? If you're ever out on a stakeout, which you wouldn't do because, sport.
Yeah.
But don't ever let Andrew Hayes use your toilet.
Oh, my
because
gosh.
The whole IBS thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't have IBS, by the way.
Oh, don't you?
No,
I always thought you did.
No.
I thought you did.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
There was a particular time, though, and I will just peel the curtains back a little bit. I remember going to pick someone up for a date.
Oh.
This is actually, we were in Aspen at the time.
Yeah.
And I was going to pick someone up and take them out. And I really needed to go to the toilet.
Yeah, right.
Yes. And then after I'd gone to the toilet quite aggressively, I was told that not to use the toilet because it was broken.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. That's a scene from Dumb and Dumber.
Harry, are you in there?
Be right out!
I hope you're not using the toilet. It's broken.
The toilet doesn't flush.
I was just saving.
That's classic Harry, isn't it?
Wasn't that right after Lloyd had given him laxatives?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, good times.
Am I right?
All right, it's Jodie and Hayesy. Hey, coming up next show as well, we need to recap on our Battle of the Bangers selections for tomorrow.
We do. I'm sorry I said you had IBS.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry about that.
What about that?
I've gone our whole working relationship thinking that you did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe I do. Maybe I've just been diagnosed. Thank you very much, Dr. Roddy.
Well, Hayesy, you could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
No, we don't. What is going on?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So I've been following this teacher strike really closely with 10 News First. So I've been covering it for the last week or so. And it's a real divisive issue. What I will say is that I think teachers just deserve the world. I think they do such an incredible job. But on Friday, they've made the decision via the union. And let me just say that 80% of teachers said, we're going on strike. We've had enough. So what that means is that more than 300 South Australian schools will close or be forced to alter their classes. They'll do like modified programs this Friday. The Education Department has said 167 public schools or preschools will close and 152 will offer that modified program on Friday. And so I guess for parents, they're like, well, we get it, but it's an inconvenience. But where do we sit on this? What I will say is that teachers are so overworked at the moment, and the feedback through the union is that they're drowning in paperwork, Hayesy, and they're taking that home to their kids. So they're trying to get everything done, but they just simply can't. So that's the issue that they're having. The government is saying it's going to cost $1 billion to cater for what you want. So it's a real divisive issue.
So I think the fear is that you see this on paper and people think that teachers are trying to get a holiday. Overworked, underpaid.
Oh my gosh. And definitely during COVID, I think most parents went, I would pay $1 trillion for the teachers to do their job because it is so hard what they do. Like, I can't even deal with 3 kids, during the day, particularly when they're home on a pupil-free day. I'm like, I can't even deal with what's going on here. These teachers do it hard day in, day out. So, I fully support what they're doing on Friday.
So then what happens if you do turn up on Friday and your school's striking?
Yeah, well, the government have guaranteed that there will be at least one person to supervise. OSH will be taken care of, the government say, in terms of monetary funds. So, yeah, you're not going to be left in the lurch. But, yeah, again, I can't support teachers enough for what they do day in, day out for our kids.
Yes. And I suppose if there is a small positive to come from all of this, it gives me just another chance to play a bit of Pink Floyd.
Sure.
I mean, you've got to find the small positives in any situation.
Absolutely, mate. Well done.
We'll take care of this.
Well played.
In the Oddie household, how many plants have you guys got? 1 or 2?
Just got one. Because
one.
I don't really trust myself because I'm not great with plants.
Yes.
And inevitably, every plant I've ever had, I've killed.
What's those little fancy ones that look like trees? They're mini, but they look like trees?
Bonsais.
Bonsais! I've tried to care for bonsais at least 2 or 3 times.
Have you?
And I swear, they die within minutes under my care.
They take one look at you and they're like, nah, I'm out. So I'm just gonna end this now.
I know. Who would have thought plants could do such a thing? But yeah, choose a really interesting path. There's a bloke in Brisbane who is a tenor who has got himself in trouble with his neighbours because he sings to his lemon trees.
Okay.
Because he believes that it makes the fruit bigger and juicier. So just imagine that you're a neighbour and this is what you're waking up to most mornings. I don't know if he's clearly talented.
Yeah.
But it's also extremely annoying. You picking up that vibe?
Is excruciating.
Oh, he's going for it here too. Raffaele Pierno says he serenades his superfruit strictly after 9:30 now in the morning because a few neighbours complained about the 6 a.m. singing.
I'm not overly surprised, are you?
Of course they did. Tell you what, Raffaelli, that is just one of those situations where you go, mate, we get it. And also, he's just doing that to show off.
Yeah, I know.
That's the underlying thing that he's trying to
He's
put out there.
definitely trying to be clever and just prove to his neighbours that, look at my pipes. How good.
And the extended version of this video as well, the lemons aren't happy. Because you can hear them speak just before he comes out.
Yeah,
Shut the up.
Give it the full Kanye treatment.
that's like you when you start singing like Hinder.
Like Hinder is in like Lips of an Angel. Why are you going down that path?
I'm just saying, it's just a song you like to sing all the time.
I do
around
like
you.
that song.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's food for thought.
Isn't it?
Because what I will say is Battle of the Bangers, the reveal is coming
You
up.
have not.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You could not.
No.
No.
By Doedee. Back of the flight, Doedee.
Right in his face, Doedee.
Please welcome to Jodie and Hayesy, Tom Doedee.
There he is, live in studio. Good morning, Tom Doedee.
Hey,
Morning.
Tommy.
Good morning. Morning.
How
Very,
you doing?
very happy to be here.
What would you like us to ask you right now?
Well, there's one thing that you don't want to ask about because I'll ignore both of you.
Okay.
Oh, what is that?
What's that?
What's going on?
What?
No.
Is there something going on at the moment?
You'll know as soon as you ask. I just won't answer.
How's your contract going?
Where are you going to play your footy
How are your
next
wisdom teeth going, Hayesy?
year? Is it that painful for you? Is it those questions? Yeah.
No, getting door stops is painful. We had a bit of that yesterday with everyone around, which I'm sure both of you probably have done in your time.
Where'd you get door stopped?
At the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was good fun.
Yeah,
Great
okay.
fun.
Do you stop and chat?
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Yeah,
righto.
So
you got a method?
Perfected the walk and talk.
Or do you
Always
pretend
have
like
an exit.
you're on the phone? Because
Well, that doesn't work because they're relentless, really. They just
Yeah.
keep going. But yeah, you got to walk and talk towards your destination,
Okay.
and then as soon as like the hands on the door or whatnot, that's when you just cut it.
Yeah.
I reckon one time we were there and Lockie Murphy came in. This is sort of end of the season, right? And he was doing the phone. I reckon the phone was like upside down and round the wrong way. Lockie, you're not on your phone.
No, to be fair, he probably was on the phone. That's how he talks to people.
I'm dying to do it one day when someone, like one of the players, pretends to be on their phone and then it rings.
Yeah, it rings.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for that day.
Well, you should ring them.
Yeah.
See if they answer.
So true.
But no, it's a TBD. That stuff. I've been preaching patience for a while now, and that's what the knees afforded me. So we've still got a little bit of time with free agency and all that stuff to play out. So no rush on my behalf, but want to be in Adelaide, so we're trying to make it work.
You do want to be here?
Yeah, I mean, why would I want to leave you two?
Exactly right.
True, mate.
Great answer.
So true.
So this is just to dumb it down for people playing along, because obviously you think, oh, why does he just sign or get it done right now? Standard process, and you're comfortable where everything's at. Not standard process, but you're comfortable where both parties are at.
Wait, do you mean currently am I comfortable where both parties
Yeah.
are at? No, we've still got a little bit to work out.
Okay.
Yep. But then that is the standard process of a negotiation at this level, is where it's one side offers a contract and a value, the other side offers a different contract and value, and you try and figure out a happy medium.
Yep.
And we're in that process, and hopefully it sorts itself out.
So tell me if I'm reading this wrong. 4 years. Yeah, look at Tom.
Jeez, what's Battle of the Bangers this week? Can we get, what's that cash thing you were giving away before? 1 in 200 or something?
Yeah.
Calvin Harris, he's great.
Is there a sticking point?
Apart from us.
Yeah, massive. I actually added that into our proposal. There's a little bit going on between both tenure, dollars and stuff like that we're trying to work through, which is honestly no different than previous years. But it's one of those things that we like the AFL in the end is a business, so there's a bit that the Crows have got to work through from their point of view, and there's a bit that we've got to try and work through from our point of view. So it's not a clear sticking point in the sense that we're like both sides are flexible, but we're just trying to make sure that we get the both result for both parties.
Unrelated to your contract, as a player, can you allow yourself to fall in love with the club, or do you have to keep reminding yourself that, like you just said, it is a business?
No, you definitely fall in love with the club because you go there, you live there every day basically. Like every single day, you're working at the same place with the same crew, playing group, coaching staff, like upstairs, admin,
Yep.
from CEO down to marketing team, community, everyone. Like you end up falling in love with the place, the people, the way the system operates. It just becomes what you do every day. So, if you could pull yourself out of that and just say this is a business, strictly a business for your career, you're probably quite emotionally detached, to be honest, because you fall in love with every workplace you go to, whether you're AFL or anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've fallen in love with Nova.
Yeah. I've fallen in love with Andrew. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a really...
Oh, hey, look at him.
I know. He's
You're
a
only
gorgeous
human, really.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to let Jodie down hard. Hey, Tommy, good result last night as well for a couple of your teammates.
Yeah, huge. Obviously, the Texan was a shoe-in after 70 goals and taken over every game that he played in. And then Dawes to come in, first year as skipper. We sort of saw it a bit last year, but he was sort of in between backline, midfield, and this year he's just come in and played the role that we wanted for him perfectly. And it's crazy how that team success led to individual success for those two. And very happy for them both, very proud of them both.
I mean, how good to have someone like the Texan down forward. Like, just someone stable, reliable that you can go to every single time.
Yeah, well, it makes a difference. You see, majority of the best teams that win it in the end always have that forward. Maybe they usually have two forwards, to be honest, that are that valuable in terms of not just having someone to kick to, but then they finish their work too. That's probably the biggest thing, which is one of our things that we've struggled with, but he's been pretty accurate this year. And if we had a few more Texans in the sense of that accuracy, we might have won a few more games, ideally. But yeah, he's a huge part of our best 22, and obviously he's got another year to go, so it's huge for us. We
don't want to harp on it, but the behind that wasn't a behind, what was the feeling like behind closed doors when that happened?
Oh, yeah, it was great. No, everyone was up and about.
Everyone was like, oh, that's just footy. You know?
Yeah. Move on. No, it was quite funny because after the game, because I was in the race at the time and I thought it was a goal. I was with Cito, and we were sort of celebrating, and then we both looked up and saw that Sydney were kicking out, and we were like, what the hell? Like, that's not what happens after a goal. And then after the game, there was sort of, we just assumed that it had hit the point post, and then Cal threw it out on in the meeting that on Twitter, according to Twitter, it had hit the goalpost, and so everyone was sort of in disbelief that it had happened, but still had thought, well, we were just stiff with the way that it went, not necessarily that it was actually a goal. Yeah. And then as more images come out, more slowed stills, all that sort of stuff, we got to a point where the frustration started to grow, but moved on pretty quickly. Obviously showed up against West Coast, finished the year well, but yeah, it was an interesting time because it went from being pure euphoria to just absolute heartbreak.
Yeah.
Just annoyed me that it robbed Ben Kays of such an unbelievable career moment.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Well?
Yeah. Would have been the best.
And a great celebration too.
Oh, yes. A great celebration to the crowd. Hey, Tom, before we let you go, what are you watching? What's on your screens?
Oh, geez, I haven't been watching much lately. I'm trying to get to see Asteroid City, the new Wes Anderson movie. Yep. That's been on the list for a while, but life's getting in the way. Yeah. TV show-wise, The Bear's incredible on Disney+. I think I might have recommended that a couple of weeks ago, but that's probably the best show I've watched in the last year or so.
Yeah.
That's about all I got for you. I've been a bit slack. Nah, I'm a bit too far gone there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Get onto it.
Too many episodes.
Nah, so good.
Are you watching the Lakers Dynasty on Binge?
The Winning Time?
Yeah, Winning Time.
Yeah, I watched the first season not too long ago. I'm not massive on it. Adam McKay, the director of it, the creator, the way that I don't really vibe with the way that he creates.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. That's a man who knows his work.
Well, have you watched it? Watched it? Yeah, like you know how it goes between like flashbacks and then current and then the grainy footage to all that sort of stuff. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't feel like I can completely get locked in for his stuff.
Yeah, but the Jordan doco did that as well. It really jumps to and from.
That's a doco.
Yeah,
this is a drama.
Yeah.
That's a different Hayesy.
Ever question.
How can you not figure that out yourself?
Oh my God.
Goodness me.
I got less frosty response when I was asking Tommy about his contract.
I know.
I take the Nova stuff out of the contract now. I don't know. Jodie, if you're here, yes, Hayesy, I'm not dealing with you next year. I can't believe you just asked that question.
Harsh but fair.
Fair tipping point. Tommy, appreciate your time, and I suppose good luck in the next few weeks.
Appreciate it.
Have fun.
Thank you.
We'll be the first to know though, right?
I'll send it through. Yep.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Just got valuable info. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
So I feel like Adele continues to overshare on stage at her residency, don't you think?
Yeah, which is good. It's nice.
She's revealed her plans to have a second baby and says she's already picked out a name. So the British singer, who shares a 10-year-old son, Angelo, with her ex-husband, Simon, said she and her fiancé, Rich Paul, plan to have a baby together very soon.
I just found out that I'm having a girl. Oh, lovely. And my husband and I cannot for the life of us figure out what name we want. We have two.
Well, I really want to be a mum again soon. So I've actually been writing this. Every time I see a name that I like, I write it down in my phone.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Is that putting a little bit of pressure on yourself by saying, I want to have a second baby?
Yeah, well, you're allowed to want anything, aren't you?
Yeah, so true, mate. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but you're expecting your third child very soon. Name?
Yes. First name's going to be Tom.
Yep.
Or Doedee.
Okay, nice. Very original too, I think.
Do you know what I can tell you? We honestly, I don't think we've even got a shortlist of 3 or 4.
You said to me the other day we haven't even discussed it.
We've discussed it a couple of times, but every time it's like, because you've got your first one for your first, I suppose you've always got a boy's name and a girl's name.
Yeah.
And now we've got a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we didn't really have a second boy's name lined up.
So I think with Harper, what we did is we put 2 names and we put it in Peyton's fists, like that, closed fists, and we chose, like, which one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we weren't that invested.
That's something a little bit, we weren't that invested. We didn't really mind.
Well, by the time you get to your 4th, you're like, whatever.
Running out of names.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, Nick Cannon's brother Gabriel Cannon has admitted that he cannot name all 12 of his famous brother's kids. He said, I'm just the uncle. It's easy. They're all on the internet. Doesn't matter. So Nick has fathered 12 kids with 6 different women. And he apparently accidentally forgot to mention his daughter Onyx when naming all of his children during an interview on the Howard Stern show.
Wow, that's a good effort as well, rattling off 12 names, even if they are your own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Question without notice. Can you name all 4 of my children? Could you?
Yes. You've got Peyton.
Yep.
You've got Summer.
Yep.
You've got Summer. Taylor.
Taylor.
Yep. I'm missing one, aren't I?
Yeah, the youngest. Starts with H.
Harper.
Yes!
Oh, my gosh.
Well done.
I was really stressed there.
Juice.
My heart's pounding.
And I have to say, you have had your wisdom teeth out, so you've had a couple of patted in for this morning.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's the excuse I'll go. That's good.
Just not that you're not invested in my kids.
Wow, I'm invested. I've just got a terrible memory, that's all.
No, that's fine. So David Attenborough is set to return to our screens this autumn to host a 3rd season of the BBC favourite Planet Earth. He's 97.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Listen to me, David Attenborough as well. As long as he can speak, then he's
We'll all
still
listen.
at the top of his game.
I know. BBC bosses are thrilled to see the broadcaster remain with a hit show for another season.
There you go. Long live David Attenborough. That's what we say.
Oh, we've always said that on this show. And also, Missy Higgins is set to perform at the opening match of the AFLW this weekend.
That's nice.
That's good.
Love a bit of Missy Higgins.
Yeah, I love the star.
And that's Jodies Juice.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
Yeah, you know what time it is. The Battle of the Bangers reveal 2 co-workers who are such fierce competitives in this space.
It really brings me undone sometimes, being so competitive. Particularly, because my favourite thing in the world is to beat you.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't
how's that going,
happen,
too?
no, it's just, I unravel. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
it's
fun.
okay.
But
You really base the mood of your whole week sometimes on these contests, don't you?
Yes. But I'm very confident this week with my song. Because
okay.
you might find on your little buttons there that earlier in the week we played song. Sure, that didn't go my way. But what I like to do is turn a negative into a positive. So this was my answer to one of the songs during the week. Go.
Okay.
Coldplay.
Live in La Vida, no, live in La Vida, La Vida, no, live in La Vida, live in La Vida, live in La Vida.
I see what you've done here. You've really turned what was somewhat of a negative experience into a positive.
Yes, absolutely.
Ricky.
I was trying to say Viva La Vida by Coldplay. However, I said Live in La Vida, which is a banging Ricky Martin song. So that is my product for this week.
What's going on here? Is it? Why are my hips shaking?
Yeah, why are your shoulders doing that weird shimmy thing? Oh, God. It's overtaking you.
Is it cold in here? Why are you? Am I having a stroke? What's happening here? Jerky movements.
Deary me.
Oh my gosh! Stop it, Ricky. Okay,
All right.
strong song.
Over to you.
Strong song. Mm-hmm. I thought, you know what? It's time. Just been hanging on to this for weeks and weeks. I think you know what time it is, don't you? Look who's back! Oh my God, and just to paint a picture as well, everybody, and I mean everybody, including newsreader Abbott, is just going off their face right now to this song.
So this is really unfair because you know that that's our team song, right? So you know that everyone in our team is going to get around it.
Well, I've got at least 5 votes then. That's good. Lips of an Angel by Hinder.
Yeah.
Oh, soak it up. Let this just soak into your bloodstream. You ready? Pretty good, isn't it?
Well, you may as well have won because you've just played the whole song.
What do you mean? We can give Ricky a go. There you go, Ricky.
Leave it
still
up.
Going. Oh, gosh.
Leave it
Oh,
up.
gosh. Those jerky movements are back. Unbelievable stuff. All right, 2 songs. You got Ricky Martin, Livin' La Vida, or you've got Hinder, Lips of an Angel.
All you have to do is jump on the Jodie and Hayesy Instagram page and cast your vote.
All right.
It sits at 8 apiece at the moment. All right, so this. I mean, I don't want to undersell it, but this means a lot to me.
Oh, don't try and go down the sympathy path. You've done it before where you've basically threatened to be a bad mother unless people vote for your song. You're like, this is on you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mate.
If I don't get your vote here, I'm going to be a terrible mother to my daughters.
Definitely not a threat. That is what happens each and every day.
That's not fair. All right, so make sure you get voting and jump on Jodie and Hayesy, and then we're going to reveal the winning song tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
I love you, Dad.
I love you, Dan.
I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad.
We love you, Dan.
I love you, Dad.
Father's Day, just around the corner, happening on Sunday. We thought, why not celebrate it with a bad dad joke off?
I know.
Yeah.
How good's a bad joke? Does that make sense?
How good's a bad dad joke?
Yeah.
Specifically a dad joke, because the worse it is, the better, if that even makes sense.
I know. And every caller that gets through will win a family pass to Wallace Cinemas, including drinks and popcorn and a Milkman Grooming Co-Pack for Dad. How good?
Good stuff from the Milkman Grooming Co. They're going to deliver a fresh you. Visit milkmanaustralia.com, building up to the big giveaway tomorrow.
Yes.
$500 experience for Mismatch Brewing.
So good. Let's go to Lily. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Lily. How old are you?
9.
9. Okay. You are, at 9, you're well qualified to deliver a dad joke. Go for it.
Well, how do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
How do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
With a pumpkin patch.
Very well
Not
delivered
bad.
there, Lily.
Well done,
Good
Lily.
stuff.
Thank you. Alexia from Clemzig. Hey, Alexia.
Hello.
Hi. Alexia, what's your dad joke?
A horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why such a long face?"
Because he's a horse. Alexia.
Oh, thank you for
Very well done.
mansplaining.
Thank you.
Good job, Alexia. Gracie from Mawson Lakes. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Okay.
Hey, Gracie, just before we get stuck into this, is this joke dedicated to anyone in particular?
Newsreader Abby.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh,
All right, here we
this
go.
will be good. All right.
This will be good.
Okay.
What do you call a newsreader with a broken microphone?
What do you call a newsreader with a broken microphone?
Breaking news.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well done, Gracie.
done, Gracie. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh, you've all won a family pass to Wallace Cinemas and a Milkman Grooming Co-Pack for Dad, and you're all in the running for an unforgettable experience at Mismatch Brewing worth $500.
I love this. I love
good, isn't
dad
it?
jokes, particularly delivered by some of the kids this week have just been absolutely sensational.
Been elite.
Big grand prize tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Love that for us.
All
Why
right.
is it that the worst jokes, like you celebrate them for this, but when I do a bad one on a Monday, I get booed out the studio?
Because I can tell you that, Abby. They are children.
Abby, how many times?
I am also a child.
How many times do we have to tell you as well? It's all about delivery.
Goodness me, you could learn something from these kids.
Yeah.
You
I
know
just
that?
did, I think.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hayesy's on Miss Daisy.
She's got a ticket to ride. The Knowledgeville Express. For On This Daisy, let's take a little trip and just pump that brain up full of some fun facts. 1954, on this day, Thursday, the 31st of August, Hurricane Carol, which hit Rhode Island, became the first storm to be given a name.
Watching the hurricane unfold, and I suddenly saw this wall of water rise up, and I called for my mother, and I said, Mom, look, there's a wave coming. And as we watched, the wave breached the dunes.
You tell me why the first name that you'd go to in the entire language, every single language out there you go with, is Carol.
Yeah, because all Carols are bitches. No.
That's not correct at all. I know some gorgeous Carols.
I was joking about that. My best friend's mum's name is Carol. All Carols are lovely is what I meant to say.
I think straight away, Hamish Hartland and Adam Hartland.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful mum's name's Carol.
I'm not having a go at...
And she's a saint.
I'm not having a go at Mrs. Hartland.
That's what it sounds like.
It was a joke, mate.
I'm sorry, Carol.
I'm sorry, Hamish.
So 2002, Michael Jackson gave a speech of thanks regarding the Artist of the Millennium Award, which didn't exist. Jackson misinterpreted Britney Spears' introduction. She was only announcing his birthday, and a cake was brought out to celebrate his 45th birthday. How about when someone says, "Happy birthday, here's a cake," you misinterpret and you're like, yeah, first of all, I'd just like to thank all my fans, everyone involved in the music industry. I'd like to thank the Lord Almighty, those types of things. Everyone's like, it's just your birthday, mate.
You settle down.
For God's sake. But let's be honest, I mean, Michael Jackson was, is it fair to say, a little bit strange?
Oh, he was unusual, a little bit different.
No, that's a lie. He was completely strange.
Yes.
All right. Number one song on August 31st in 2017, Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. Great song. I'm still waiting for some more bangers from Portugal the Man.
Yeah, and also I would have loved to have been in this brainstorming session. We were like, what should we call ourselves? Portugal's nice.
Yeah, where are you from? Portugal.
Yeah.
We got a man or a woman? Oh, man. There you go. Bang. Portugal the Man.
Here we are.
Keep my hands on myself.
Battle of the Bangers, two very different songs. Two good tunes, though. This is Jodies. Oh, yeah? Bit of Ricky Martin.
Yep.
Go off, Ricky.
You can't go past that.
It's just a serial hip shaker, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Imagine if Ricky Martin and Shakira had a baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
That child would pop out just shimmying.
Hip movements would be out of control.
Wouldn't it?
All right, that's a good song. I've gone down a very different path. One of the all-time great one-hit wonders. But it is the theme song for this show.
It is.
And perhaps this network?
Yeah,
no, that's too far.
I feel like these are dirty tactics by pulling out the song that we all know and love on this show.
What do you mean?
Well, I just feel like you're going to get at least 5 votes from the team.
Yeah, I know. I just wonder if Ricky gets over the line as well, just how disappointed the entire team's going to be in you.
See, don't play that card. That's
not fair.
That's exactly what you would do.
I know, that's not fair, but it is what it is.
It's 8-8. Things have tightened up. So what does Hayesy do? Rips out a bit of hinder.
He goes right to the top. I tell you what, if this backfires, oh boy, might try it again next week. See what happens.
Okay, see
All
how
right,
you go.
get voting at Jodie and Hayesy, and we're going to reveal the winning song first thing tomorrow morning at 8.
Yeah. And make sure you listen throughout the day today because Maddie and Daysey have all your free show tickets.
Yes. All right, enjoy Thursday, friends. Catch you bright and early tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Jodie and Hayesy on Adelaide's Nova 919.